Hey there, y'all. This is Hades, and today we're discussing Ragnarok chapter 99. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just obviously joking. No, we're talking about One Piece chapter 1142, The Things I Fear. Okay. Interesting chapter, I gotta say, especially with the whole unique abilities that Willingham has, or Summers. I don't know the combination of the two. I don't know. Also, I want to jump into this because Ragnarok, right? Ragnarok's essentially happening in One Piece at the moment, and I love regular Ragnarok, so I figure, you know what? The two are mixing. Why not, right? So yes, let's just dive right into it, shall we? Because again, great Norse mythology and all that stuff, right? Freaking epic. All right, so yeah, let's cut to the cover page with Yamato finishing off Who's Who. I hope if this ever gets animated, like they do like an episode of this of what happened on Yamato's journey, like an episode of Yamato, you know? Hopefully they put a longer fight. I want to see a longer fight with this, right? But who knows? But I would love to see a longer fight between these two. See how they go at them, just awakening their devil fruits and just beating each other, and obviously Yamato eventually winning. But it is what it is, and I think she's pretty neat. Anyway, we cut to children being attacked at school by a giant serpent. Now, okay, a lot of people have been saying this thing's like their version of Jormungandr. My first thought was when I saw it, I thought of the Hydra from Hercules, the Disney cartoon. Like it legit looks like freaking the Hydra. I was like, what in the world? But again, yeah, I get it. I guess it's a creature that's attacking the kids, and then Blade comes in. He's like, I hope everyone managed to escape. And then we cut to the Walrus School principal, Kiba. I guess he's a war. Like they're acknowledging that he's a walrus. So is there like walrus people in One Piece? Like, you think that's something you'd hear? Like, Rustage from his D&D campaigns would make up for his One Piece campaigns. But no, there might be walrus people because we saw another one. I believe there's a commander, right? One of Viper's commanders is a walrus. I don't know if it's one of his commander or his allies, but there's a walrus man. Now we have a walrus giant. This is One Piece, man. Who freaking knows, right? As he says, we need to call it the Chiefs, and then Angie. I'm positive I mispronounced her name. My apologies. She says, meanwhile, the children. She's the national language teacher and librarian. So neat. And right there, the Hydra's about to attack someone. Did I just call it a Hydra? My bad. I'm calling it a Hydra. And then Walrus comes in with the hammer. It literally looks like a hammer that you use to around the house to work with. He hits it up, and then Saul comes down with a hockey infused arm and slams his fist right on the creature. And the creature seems to be there knocked out. It doesn't seem to be disappearing or fading away. So that raises questions like, okay, so is the creature like an actual creature that's from this island? Because Saul brings up because Robin and Chopper emerged from Saul's beard. And they bring up they didn't know there was creatures like this up here. And Saul's like, not really, not creatures like this. This is weird. Like this creature is very weird and odd. So if this creature is from the children's nightmares, does this mean you could beat them and they'll you have to beat like an animal, like you just beat it and it's defeated? And then you have to defeat the actual devil fruit user so the creatures actually disappear. I'm not sure yet. I'm sure we'll get more answers in the next chapters when we see more of the fighting going on here. But yeah, it's just there as they go back to check up on Wolf, and Wolf, the Hydra just wrecked them, man. Like holy cow, it's like not even close. To be fair, these creatures make giants look tiny, so it's insane. But yeah, I guess if you're bigger, you're gonna dream bigger, and your nightmares are gonna be bigger. I mean, what else can you do, right? As they're talking with them, but he's like, you gotta go get the kids. Wolf is like, yeah, you gotta protect the kids, and all that stuff. And then we get a kid that asks Robin, hey, are you guys friends with Luffy? And she says, we are. And the kid just backs up, and she just says, did Luffy do something to you? I thought that was a bit funny. And then as Saul and them are heading out, Wolf says, watch out, Saul. don't touch the children. And Saul looks at him like a bit confused. I have no idea where that's going. Maybe having interaction with the kids is a condition to bringing out the creatures. I don't know, guys. I'm spitballing here. I'm sorry. I'm not a One Piece expert. But yeah, they're trying to figure out what's going on as they go out, and they see some of the kids are saying, yeah, some of the other kids they fell asleep and they're just walking away. We don't know what's going on here, as they're like trying to figure out like what in the world's going on, and then we see Gunko's ability. Well, I say ability, but it seems like her arrows. Like if someone's maybe unconscious, she can control them, and where the arrow's pointing at, the kids will go follow. I'm assuming that's her, but I don't think her putting the kids asleep is obviously going to be one of her abilities. It's more likely going to be another one of the Holy Knights, but we'll talk about that when we get there. And as they're going, yeah, Walrus, he's like, all right, we gotta sound Galahorn, and so it's like warning the whole country's a bit much, Kiba, and well, Walrus is like, Saul, something strange is happening. Look at the forest, and Saul looks, and as he's shocked as they blow the horn, and then we see massive creatures emerging in the distance in shadowy form, with a giant wolf and a giant bird. The wolf I know, the bird I don't. There's I know there's a bird mythology. I don't know if there's a one that's portrayed as evil. I know the ones that Odin has, but I don't know about like if there's an actual mythological bird that's like a giant eagle or something like that. It'd be cool. There is. I'm not gonna lie. There probably is because Norse mythology is freaking wild and great. And then right there, the kids, and then they see the more kids are passing on. They're wondering like what in the world's going on. And Chopper's gonna get on. He's gonna try to help out the kids, which is nice of Chopper. You know, Chopper, Chopper. Don't ask me why I have a Chopper plushie. I have a Chopper plushie. And then we cut to Luffy and Loki. And okay, I gotta say this: who would have Loki's hammer next to him when Loki's chained up? I get it in the sense it's like a bit ironic. Like, yeah, there's your weapon, you know that you'll never be able to reach again. But it's like if there's ever that slight chance Loki might get out, just throw the hammer in the ocean somewhere and just call it good. Like, come on, guys. Unless this hammer is in like an actual Norse mythology where it's just so freaking heavy that not just anyone could pick it up. You have to be extremely strong to pick it up. Unlike in the Marvel comics or the MCU, you have to be worthy to pick it up. But here, if you just have to be just in the Norse mythology, you just have to be so strong. And I'm assuming it's that version where you got to be so freaking strong to lift it up. I really wish I had a prop hammer like Thor from Ragnarok because that'd be so freaking cool. If you know, you know. And then so yeah, Loki's like, all right, you guys better let this chain put this chain loose, or I'm gonna freaking bring hell down on all of you essentially. If you get it, you get it. And he lifts his hammer up and he says, I will annihilate you all. And he slams into the tree and it looks like thunderous fire just emerged from the lightning strike, just shooting straight out into hitting the side of the tree, catching it on fire. Okay. Loki's like, yeah, if you guys don't let me go, I'm going to strike this tree and catch it on fire. And we all know that will burn the whole tree down. Loki, as you say that, you strike the tree. Now there's no reason for them to let you go. Unless Loki's like, okay, I'm stuck in the tree burns down, I could probably survive getting burnt and then make my way out. Just like pick the chain up and leave. Like, alright. But here's the thing, I don't think anyone's gonna let I don't think like Luffy's retarded and he's really, really retarded, but I don't think Luffy will let the rest of them go. I don't think Zoro or Sanji would, or the other giants might. But I'm thinking Loki might have to just remove his leg, and that's how he'll break free. I'm assuming, but we'll see, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Loki's freaking way bigger than I thought. I know he was giant among giants, but holy freak, he's big. But yeah, then we cut back to him. The teachers essentially just talking with each other, and then yeah, Anji essentially says that she essentially brings up that the previous day, She had the children draw their biggest fears, and when I was in school, we didn't do that. As far as I remember, if you guys did that in your school, cool. But yeah, I can't blame her for this because, like, how was she supposed to know this was gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, how would you know? Like, how would you know that? Hey, kids, draw your worst fears ever. The next day, someone's able to bring them alive. It was like, really? Like, come on. But does that mean other drawings could come true, or is it only like the negative ones? Or is there a connection between you passing out and your worst dreams, you drawing your worst dreams coming true and becoming actual living beings? Like, that's a good devil fruit, but not a very, very practical one, because you would have to have your victims in this case, draw what they're afraid of, then knock them out, and then the creatures come to life. I mean, that's good, but the whole you have to draw them, like, come on. But I'm sure we'll learn more about it later. As we see the creatures crawling over the side of the tree, as we get massive, massive creatures just emerging, and again, these are freaking huge. Again, in One Piece, being giant is not really that big of a deal, especially when characters can just one-shot giants like that. I mean, we see characters doing this series all the time, so it's not that big of a deal, but this is going to look good animated, and the way these creatures are emerging from the side, it looks freaking cool, and I gotta say, if these creatures are exactly how the drawings look, these kids draw really, really well, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they draw pretty dang well. And yes, then we cut to the Holy Knights, as we get Killingham. Sorry, I'm probably I mispronounced his name. He's like, "Phew, we're all set," and then he falls asleep. I don't know if he's like, "Phew, we're all set." Whoa, or something like that. Because it looks like in the next speech bubble or in a panel next over, it looks like he's talking as Summer says, "You did a good job, Killingham," and it looks like he says, "Don't stop until the brats reach the ship. Do you think they'll manage to get them back by then?" So it's like, I know what he's saying. Like, do you think do you think the Giants are gonna actually, be able to save the children back then? And Summers just laughs and he says, "Love is something that hurts when it hurts." So I'm assuming the Giants, they're gonna do something. They're obviously gonna do something about their kids. Like, they're probably gonna try to save their kids, but it might be futile with these three Holy Knights here. As he says, "Hey, Gunko, what do you fear?" And she says, "Nika," which surprises him. So I'm assuming Summers has something to do with the creatures coming alive, because he's the one I believe he's the one saying, "Gunka, what do you fear?" So I'm assuming he has something to do with the creatures, emerging from the dreams. I don't know what Killingham is doing. It'd be interesting if these two are a team and they're somehow like influencing their powers to make it like bigger and stronger. Like, that'd be cool. Val, I'm not sure if we've ever seen much of that in One Piece, but yeah. Then we got Gunko, taking the kids away. So very interesting here, I gotta say. I really enjoyed this chapter. I'm gonna give this chapter an 8 out of 10. Just because the reason I'm taking 2 points away is because who left the hammer next to freaking Loki? Now, if it is the case that Loki was defeated right there and then they chained him up and no one was able to lift the hammer, okay. My bad on that. I'll give him a point for that. But just for the sheer fact that someone left, like, if anyone could lift it and take it away, and they just let the hammer there, it's like, oh, come on, guys, come on, now the whole tree's screwed. You're all gonna lose. I mean, this is literally Ragnarok. You have to abandon your homes and just leave it, because as a very, very intelligent movie once said, it's not a what is it? It's not a place, it's a people, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this chapter. I liked it. Hopefully they could do something about it, but I think Loki, he's gonna be on a warpath and he wants to take out Shanks, and we're gonna get more on that, and I'm very curious to see. So anyway, if you listen this far, I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day and take care.